Shivaji Education Society Amravati, Science College, Congress Nagar, Nagpur, affiliated to Rashtrasanta Tukdoji Maharaj, Nagpur University, Nagpur. It is our pleasure to welcome honorable dignitaries and all the participants of today's national workshop to this wonderful program. So once again, we all, on behalf of the organizing committee, welcome honorable dignitaries in today's event. At the outset, I pay my homage to our founder president of Shri Shivaji Education Society Amravati, Dr. Panjabra alias Bhausaheb Deshmukh, as well as Rashtrasanta Tukdoji Maharaj, a spiritual leader after whom Nagpur University is named as Rashtrasanta Tukdoji Maharaj, Nagpur University, Nagpur. Now, I would like to request honorable dignitaries for lamp lighting ceremony as a tribute to Mother Saraswati. Light is a symbol of brightness and prosperity. As sunlight expels the darkness of mind, similarly, blessings bring in our life prosperity and happiness. I would like to request honorable dignitaries of today's one-day national workshop to proceed for lamp lighting ceremony. Our traditional auspicious lamp lighting ceremony is a tribute to Mother Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge and wisdom. I now request all the dignitaries to proceed for floral tribute to portraits of Dr. Panjabra alias Bhausaheb Deshmukh and Rashtrasanta Tukdoji Maharaj and inaugurate this program. So a round of applause. It is my honor to request honorable dignitaries to kindly proceed for floral tributes to portraits of Dr. Panjabra alias Bhausaheb Deshmukh, founder president of Shri Shivaji Education Society Amravati, and Rashtrasanta Tukdoji Maharaj, after whom Nagpur University is renamed as RTM Nagpur University. I would like to request honorable dignitaries to please occupy the distinguished chairs on the dais. चला मॅडम. Honorable dignitaries, Dr. Nimse sir, chief guest of today's workshop, guest of honor, Honorable Dr. Pandey madam, convener of today's national workshop, Dr. O.S. Deshmukh sir, principal of the college, coordinator of today's national workshop, Dr. Pawar madam, head department of mathematics of Science College, Congress Nagar, Nagpur, and organizing secretary, Dr. Agrawal sir, head department of mathematics, Hislop College, Nagpur. So thank you so much, honorable dignitaries. Welcome you all in this August gathering. Now, I would like to request for Gaurav Geet on Dr. Panjabra alias Bhausaheb Deshmukh, followed by Vidyapit Geet. I would like to request all the participants and honorable dignitaries to kindly stand up for Gaurav Geet, followed by Vidyapit Geet. Please.
विजयी नाम अनोखा, लोक महर्षि युग पथदर्शी विजयी नाम अनोखा लो प्रणाम कोटि जनों का लो प्रणाम कोटि जनों का है अमर तुम्हारा नाम जहां में वाग खिला सुमनों का है अमर तुम्हारा नाम जहां में वाग खिला सुमनों का लो प्रणाम कोटि जनों का लो प्रणाम कोटि जनों का हे लोक महर्षि घरदार चलाकर अपना तुमने जग को दिया उजाला घरदार चलाकर अपना तुमने जग को दिया उजाला यह बहुजन का नव विश्व जपे पंजाब राव की माला यह बहुजन का नव विश्व जपे पंजाब राव की माला हर साल दिया लाखों कलियों को दिल में उंगले मौका हर साल दिया लाखों कलियों को दिल में उंगले मौका लो प्रणाम कोटि जनों का लो प्रणाम कोटि जनों का हे लोक महर्षि आज लंदन तक भी उड़ा दिया था शिवराया का घोड़ा आज लंदन तक भी उड़ा दिया था शिवराया का घोड़ा उन अमेरिका जापान आदि में अमित नाम कर छोड़ा उन अमेरिका जापान आदि में अमित नाम कर छोड़ा हर पहलू पे थी पहल तुम्हारी नाविक तूफानों का हर पहलू पे थी पहल तुम्हारी नाविक तूफानों का लो प्रणाम कोटि जनों का लो प्रणाम कोटि जनों का हे लोक महर्षि इस कंकर पत्थर को भी तुमने नवनेतृत्व सिखाया इस कंकर पत्थर को भी तुमने नवनेतृत्व सिखाया कृषि विद्या भी उसने लाकर हमको आज दिखाया कृषि विद्या भी उसने लाकर हमको आज दिखाया सब दीन किसान अछूत पकड़ती तुम्हें सुदृढ़ का सब दीन किसान अछूत पकड़ती तुम्हें सुदृढ़ का लो प्रणाम कोटि जनों का लो प्रणाम कोटि जनों का हे लोक महर्षि युग पथदर्शी विजयी नाम अनोखा लो प्रणाम कोटि जनों का लो प्रणाम कोटि जनों का है अमर तुम्हारा नाम जहां में वाग खिला सुमनों का है अमर तुम्हारा नाम जहां में वाग खिला सुमनों का लो प्रणाम कोटि जनों का लो प्रणाम कोटि जनों का लो प्रणाम कोटि जनों का या भारतात बंधु भावनित्य वसुदे देवरची असादे या भारतात बंधु भावनित्य वसुदे देवरची असादे हे सर्व पंथ संप्रदाय एक दिसुदे मतभेद नसुदे या भारतात बंधु भावनित्य वसुदे देवरची असादे नागोत सुखे गरीब अमीर एकमतानी मग हिंदू असो ख्रिश्चन गावो इस्लामी स्वातंत्र्य सुखाया सकला माझी वसुदे देवरची असादे सकळास कळो मानवता राष्ट्र भावना हो सर्व स्थळी मिळून समुदाय प्रार्थना उद्योगी तरुण वीर शीलवान दिसुदे देवरची असादे आजाती भाव विसरुनिया एक हो आम्ही अस्पृश्यता समूळ नष्ट हो जगातुनी धर्मनिंदका मनी सत्य न्याय वसुदे देवरची असादे सौंदर्य रमो घरात स्वर्गीच्या परी ती नष्ट होऊ दे विपत्ती भीती बोहरी पुतळ्यास सदा सर्वदा सेवेस कसुदे देवरची असादे या भारतात बंधु भावनित्य वसुदे देवरची असादे हे सर्व पंथ संप्रदाय एक दिसुदे मतभेद नसुदे या भारतात बंधु भावनित्य वसुदे देवरची असादे देवरची असादे देवरची असादे
Thank you. In today's event, active participation from students and staff from RTM Nagpur University affiliated colleges aimed at providing a common platform to young and inquisitive minds. This workshop aimed to orient both teachers and students to the key changes and opportunities under NEP 2020. This workshop aims to encourage young researchers and faculty members to pursue advanced studies in areas of science and technology. At the outset, on behalf of organizing committee, it is our absolute honor to welcome honorable dignitaries of today's national workshop. Due to some important assignments, Honorable Shri Hemanji Karmik Sahib, Executive Member of Shri Shivaji Education Society Amravati, is unable to chair today's workshop. It is with immense pleasure I would like to request Honorable Principal Dr. O.S. Deshmukh Sir to please chair today's national workshop as a president of today's national workshop. Now, I would like to request Honorable Principal Dr. O.S. Deshmukh Sir, President of today's national workshop, to welcome and felicitate Chief Guest Honorable Dr. Nimse Sir, ex-Vice Chancellor, SRTM Nanded University and Lucknow University by offering a bouquet, shawl, Shrifal, memento and a book on Dr. Panjabrao alias Bhavsaheb Deshmukh. Please, sir. Thank you, sir. With great privilege, I would like to request Dr. K.N. Pawar, Madam, convener, coordinator of today's national workshop, to welcome and felicitate Honorable Dr. Kalpana Pandey, Madam, President of Shikshan Manch and ex-mayor of Nagpur. I would like to request Dr. Pawar, Madam, to felicitate and welcome Dr. Pandey, Madam, by offering a bouquet, shawl, shrifal, memento, and a book on Dr. Panjabra alias Bhausaheb Deshmukh. Please, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. It is with great privilege I would like to request Dr. Atul Bobde sir to welcome Principal of our college and President of today's workshop, Honorable Dr. O.S. Deshmukh sir, by offering a bouquet. Please, sir. It is with great privilege I would like to request Dr. S.V. Ghunmode Madam to welcome coordinator of today's national workshop, Dr. K.N. Pawar Madam, by offering a bouquet. Please, ma'am. It is the privilege to request Dr. S.W. Anwane sir to welcome Dr. R.K. Agrawal sir, Organizing Secretary of National Workshop, by offering a bouquet. I would like to request Honorable Dr. Agrawal sir to please, after welcome ceremony, please take your seat on the dais. Please, sir. Thank you, sir. Please take your seat on the dais. On behalf of the organizing committee of this national workshop, now I would like to request for introductory speech by coordinator of the workshop, Dr. K.N. Pawar Madam, coordinator of the workshop and head department of Mathematics Science College, Nagpur.
Thank you, ma'am. First of all, I pay my humble homage to Dr. Panjabrao alias Bhausaheb Deshmukh and Rashtrasanta Tukdoji Maharaj. Distinguished Chief Guest, Honorable Professor S.B. Nimse sir, President of this function, Honorable Principal Dr. O.S. Deshmukh sir, Guest of Honor, Dr. Kalpana Pandey Madam, Organizing Secretary Rishikumar Agrawal sir, eminent invited speakers, Dr. Subhash Kundawar sir, Dr. Ashish Sasankar sir, learned colleagues and enthusiastic participants. Good morning to all of you. It is an honor to welcome you all to this one-day national workshop on mathematical sciences beyond the classroom and interdisciplinary perspective under NAP 2020. As we know that mathematics is oftenly introduced to the students as through the numbers, formulas, theorems, proofs, and problem solvings. However, mathematics is much more than that. What we traditionally encounter within the four walls of the classroom. Mathematics is the language of patterns. It's a tool for reasoning. It's a framework for modeling reality and a powerful instrument for understanding the world around us. Today, mathematical science have applications in almost all the areas of human activity. It's from physics and engineering to economics and commerce, computer science and artificial intelligence to data science, biology and medicine to environmental science, social sciences to business analytics. Mathematical thinking has become an essential component of modern knowledge and innovation system. This is precisely where the theme of the today's workshop becomes highly significant. The National Education Policy 2020 envisions a shift from rigid disciplinary boundaries towards the holistic, multidisciplinary, and interdisciplinary education. It encourages flexible curricula, critical thinking, research, innovation, experiential learning, and opportunities for the students to explore connection between the different fields of knowledge. In this context, mathematics cannot remain confined to the traditional classroom. We need to encourage our students to ask, where is mathematics used? Why is mathematics important in other disciplines? How can mathematical models help us to understand real life problems? And most importantly, how can mathematics contribute to solving the challenges faced by the society? The phrase beyond the classroom therefore carries a very meaningful message. It invites us to transform mathematics from a subject that students merely learn into a discipline that they experience, explore, and apply. The success of NEP 2020 depends not merely on the changing syllabi or introducing new courses, but on changing the way we think about the teaching and learning. The Ministry of Education specifically emphasizes multidisciplinary institutions, cross-disciplinary teaching and research, innovative pedagogy, and practical learning experiences. Therefore, today's workshop is not simply an academic event, it is an opportunity to rethink the role of mathematics in contemporary education and society. I am confined that the expertise and experiences of our distinguished resource persons will provide us with valuable insights, new perspectives, and practical approaches. I also hope that our participants will actively engage in discussions, ask the questions, share their experiences, and take back innovative ideas that can be implemented in their classrooms and research activities. Let us remember that mathematics contributes, it connects ideas, disciplines, and people. When we take mathematics beyond the classroom, we make it more meaningful, more relevant, and more powerful. With this thought, I once again extend my heartfelt welcome to all the dignitaries, resource persons, faculty members, researchers, and students who have joined us for this national workshop. I wish the workshop great success and hope that today's academic interactions will lead to new collaborations, innovative ideas, and meaningful contributions to mathematics education and interdisciplinary research. Thank you. Thank you all for your gracious presence. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your insightful speech. It is an absolute privilege to welcome Chief Guest of National Workshop, Dr. Nimse sir, to today's grand event. Today, we are deeply honored to have with us personality who is an institution in himself. He is a celebrated mathematician, an inspiring educator, and one of India's most respected educational leaders. Please join me in offering a hearty welcome to our chief guest and keynote speaker for today, Dr. S.B. Nimse sir. To understand the greatness of our guest, we must look at his lifelong dedication to learning. Dr. Nimse sir began his academic journey at Pune University, where he completed his master's degree with first class honors. Driven by a deep passion for mathematics, he completed his MPhil and went on to earn his PhD from Meerut University in 1982, specializing in general topology. His research laid a strong foundation for a career that would transform the lives of thousands of students over the next 4 decades. At his core, Dr. Nimse sir is a dedicated teacher. For 44 remarkable years, he taught undergraduate, postgraduate, and research students. He did not just teach mathematics, he made people love the subject. As a researcher, he has been a true mentor, successfully guiding 16 scholars through their PhD journeys. He has shared his deep knowledge with the world, by authoring 12 authoritative textbooks on mathematics and publishing over 40 high impact research papers in national and international journals. His academic travels have taken him to 20 different countries, allowing him to exchange ideas globally. Dr. Nimses's impact stretches far beyond the classroom. He is a phenomenal administrator who has built and shaped great institutions. He served with distinction as the Honorable Vice Chancellor of University of Lucknow and Honorable Vice Chancellor of Swami Ramananda Tirth Marathwada University, Nanded. Before these major roles, he served as the principal of New Arts, Commerce and Science College in Ahmednagar, turning it into a center of excellence. He has also been a trusted advisor to the nation, serving on the Planning Commission of India's Steering Committee to help shape the National Five-Star Plan for Higher Education. Because of his unmatched service to science and education, Dr. Nimse achieved a rare pinnacle of success. He was elected as the General President for the 102nd Indian Science Congress. This is one of the highest and most prestigious positions in the Indian scientific community. He also served as the leader of the Indian Mathematical Society, constantly driving the growth of mathematics across the country. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have the golden opportunity to listen to a scholar who combines deep wisdom with vast administrative experience. His life story is a reminder of what dedication, hard work, and a passion for education can achieve. We are incredibly fortunate to have his guidance today. Without further ado, let us welcome our chief guest and keynote speaker of the workshop, respected Dr. S.B. Nimse sir, to the podium for his inaugural speech. Please, sir.
Guest of honor of the one-day National Symposium on Mathematics, Kalpana Pandey Madam, coordinator Dr. Kalpana Pawar Madam, principal of this college, Deshmukh, my friend Khadekar sir, Deshmukh sir, and guest entry Swamiji. He is from Ramakrishna Mission, and all teachers and dear students. My technical lecture will be after this inaugural session, but you must know the length and depth of mathematics. Mathematics is widely used on all walks of life, social sciences, technical sciences, liberal arts, everywhere there is a mathematics. Even in earlier days, in our days, it is used to say that laws of nature written in the language of mathematics in the form of differential equations. That was the old story. But now it is in a behavioral science also. And if you want to understand what is the nature of mathematics, I recommend two books to read. First book is by Richard Courant and one more author. Name of the book is What is Mathematics? And second is by Pierre Halmos. Pierre Halmos is a popular author. I Want to be a Mathematician. These two books are most readable and they explain the journey of a person in the field of mathematics, and they really inspire the person to do good mathematics. Lastly, I want to tell one thing. Actually, on 14 November 2025, my students organized a function and felicitate my 75th birthday. 25 chancellors were present from all over the country, and it was done everything by the students, collecting money and everything by the students. Okay, so when there was a balance, they donated money to Nanded University, to my college, to Lucknow, and lastly to Indian Mathematics Society. I was the General Secretary of Indian Mathematics Society for 2004 to 2008. And the thing is that the balance money is 5 lakh rupees donated to Indian Math Society. Out of interest, every year there will be a invited talk with the honor of 25,000. And the areas are topology and discrete topology and data science, mostly mainly. So you see, topology we will learn as a pure mathematics. Nobody thought that topology has application in data science. But when imaging is taken place, when the data science is formed as a figure, okay, geometric phase, then we use all topology there. Topology is still shapes. So there is a lot of application after 2010 in topology and data science. This is one area. Second area is computational mathematics. Third area is soft computing, that is fuzzy logic, neural networks, and genetic algorithms. So any of these three areas, if somebody do the good work, okay, one of the researcher has to be of age less than 40. The guide may be a senior. He will get this thing. Why I tell this thing? Because this year, 3 applications come, all from the IITs, from different part of the countries. There is no competitor from Maharashtra. Since everything happened in Maharashtra, my students mostly are from Maharashtra, few are from abroad. But they collect the money. I think that at least in 2 years or 3 years, one prize goes to Maharashtra. This is in my name. So I invite the students, okay, when you do the research, you should apply to IMS. You see the website of IMS, last date for application, all these things. Okay, it's not a big competition, but you will be honored by free accommodation for the annual conference plus 25 rupees as an honorarium. Money is not important, honor is important. So I thanks Khadekar and his team for inviting me here, and I will give a detailed talk afterward. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for thought-provoking address to our participants. Now, I would like to request Honorable Principal of our college and President of today's workshop for presidential address. Please, sir.
राजमाता राष्ट्रमाता जिजाऊ, यशवंत, कीर्तिवंत, दयावंत, सामर्थ्यवंत, निष्ठावंत जाणता राजा छत्रपती शिवाजी महाराज यांना मानाचा मुजरा करतो. डॉक्टर पंजाबराव उपाख्य भाऊसाहेब देशमुख, मातोश्री विमलाताई देशमुख यांना विनम्र अभिवादन करतो. श्री शिवाजी एज्युकेशन सोसायटीज अमरावती, सायन्स कॉलेज काँग्रेस नगर नागपूर, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ मैथमेटिक्स ऑर्गनाइज वन डे वर्कशॉप, वन डे national workshop on mathematical science beyond the classroom, interdisciplinary perspective under NEP 2020. On this occasion, on the dais, the keynote speaker, Honorable Dr. S.B. Nimse sir, the ex-Vice Chancellor of Swami Ramananda Tirtha University, Nanded, as well as ex-Vice Chancellor of Lucknow University, Lucknow. The guest of honor of this today's function, Honorable Dr. Kalpana Pandey Madam, ex-professor and head Department of Mathematics, RTM Nagpur University, Nagpur. The organizing secretary of this national workshop, Dr. Rishi Agrawal sir, the head Department of Mathematics, Hislop College, Nagpur. The coordinator of this national workshop, Dr. Kalpana Pawar Madam, Head Department of Mathematics, Science College, Congress Nagar, Nagpur. In the audience, Honorable Dr. Subhash Kondewar sir, ex-Pro Vice Chancellor, RTM Nagpur University, Nagpur. Dr. Khadekar sir, all the staff members of different departments, dear participants from various colleges, dear students and friends. Due to some technical problem, the today's chairman, Honorable Dr. Kaimek Sahib, is not here, and for this I am occupied as a chair. So first of all, as a principal, I welcome all the mathematical society, especially all the like members of Mathematical Society of the India. And here I thought that particularly I think the mathematics, that is the backbone of all the pure sciences, because without the mathematics the no can be studied very well. Regarding to NEP 2020, For example, Vedic mathematics as well as Vedic philosophy. These are included in the NAP 2020 syllabus. Now, there are different staff members from various colleges. As an institute, it might be my duty to know to the all the staff members, including the chief guest and guest of honor also. This institute established in 1967 by late Dr. Panjabrao alias Bhausad Deshmukh, our founder president. Till now, in the fourth cycle, this college achieved 3.38 CGPA in the fourth cycle by NAC. As well as this institute is also having thrice the college for the potential for excellence, also the college in Paramarshal scheme, as well as the college is also having the NRF ranking in 151 to 200. And all the staff member, these are the dedicated staff member. Then all mathematical aspects, including from this speech of the honorable speaker, including the data science, the big data, relativity, algorithm, and I am confident that after the end of this national workshop, definitely proper outcome will be comes throughout this workshop. And with this, again, once again, I welcome all the like members of the Mathematical Society, and thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your inspirational words to us. Now, I would like to request, it is a time of vote of thanks. I would like to invite Ms. Shraddha Zade, madam, for vote of thanks.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, esteemed guests, respected faculty members, and dear participants. A very warm good morning to everyone. It's my privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this special occasion of the one-day national workshop on mathematical science beyond the classroom and interdisciplinary perspective under NEP 2020 organized by Sri Shivaji Education Society, Amravati Science College, Congress Nagar, Nagpur. First and foremost, I express my heartfelt gratitude to Honorable Chief Guest Dr. S.B. Nimse sir for gracing this program with his valuable presence and for sharing his inspiring thought with us. Sir, your presence has truly added dignity and significance to this occasion. I am also deeply grateful to our esteemed guest of honor, Dr. Kalpana Pandey Madam, for sparing her precious time with us to encourage us by her gracing presence. I extend my sincere gratitude to the president of today's program, our respected principal, Dr. O.S. Deshmukh sir, for his constant support, valuable guidance, and encouragement in making this program successful. A special word of thanks goes to Professor Kalpana Pawar Madam, Head of the Department of Mathematics and Chairman of Board of Studies in Mathematics, for taking efforts to organize this workshop for the students, researchers, and faculties to orient on NEP 2020. I would also like to express my heartfelt appreciation to our organizer, Dr. Rishi Agrawal sir, whose dedicated efforts and meticulous planning contributed greatly to the successful execution of this program. I would also like to thanks to all the teachers, non-teaching staff, volunteers, and students for your cooperation and participation. Hope you all will find this workshop fruitful in academic. Finally, I thank each and every person who had contributed directly or indirectly to the success of today's program. Once again, thank you all for your valuable presence, support, and cooperation. With these words, I conclude my vote of thanks. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
It is the time to begin with first session of the workshop. It is with great privilege I would like to request respected Dr. Nimse sir for keynote address. Please, sir.
Yes.
No, PPT, I have the PPT, but I forgot to bring it. I will give the later talk. PPT मध्ये data science वर होते. आता मी I was told to talk on NEP and mathematics. Okay. Dear friends, I was supposed to talk on NEP and mathematics. Actually, I will talk about 5 to 10 minutes on NEP. You see, in the year 2014, when new government come in center, they realized something that number one, our colleges and universities are not ranking anywhere in the world. Okay, almost old university as old as Delhi or as old as Bombay University, Madras University, they are nowhere in the ranking. Number two, there is no Nobel Prize after independence for working in the Indian labs. And most important that India is the only country where educated are unemployed. This is the United Nations report. Okay, in most of the countries, uneducated are unemployed. That means there is something seriously wrong with our education system. That was diagnosis. There are more reasons also because Prime Minister want to build up our GDP 10 trillion American dollars by the year 2030. If you want to achieve that, we need a ample number of good manpower, and that will come through higher education. For that, uh, we have to reshape Indian education. And lastly, there was one international commitment also. This is Sustainable Development Goals by United Nations Organization, 4 number, to provide quality education for all. Where India is signatory on that document. So we have to provide quality education for all by 2030. If that to happen, there was a need to have a new policy. I was fortunate in the year 2014 itself, when I was a Vice Chancellor of Lucknow University, the Uttar Pradesh government deputed me on behalf of Uttar Pradesh to present the case in front of National Education Commission. What shall be the changes in higher education and research? Okay, I have submitted my presentation, display my document there in Delhi in front of the commission. From that, I am directly or indirectly connected with the science community, with the national NEP. Second encounter is that I was General President of Indian Science Congress in the year 2015. After inaugural session on 3rd January, we have the tea with Prime Minister. His office informed me that he will talk only with the Nobel laureates. There was Manjul Bhargav, field medalist, equivalent to Nobel Prize, and he has one-to-one interaction with him also. I just only introduced. And Prime Minister get so much impacted by his appearance, he was a pajama shirt, okay, and topmost mathematician. At the age of 29, he becomes a full professor at Princeton, like university. And he was picked up as a member of the National Education Commission. That way, I have contributed little in this NEP. Uh, Basically, NEP, I will talk on the general framework. My experience, I travel a lot in spite of my physical inability. My experience that I am for NEP, but the way it is implemented in different parts of the country, including Maharashtra, I am not happy. I am not criticizing. I am not a pessimist. I am never sarcastic. But this is happening. Okay, we must correct the thing in time. Actually, there are 5 principles on which NEP is based. Number one, access. Fortunately, in Maharashtra at least, access is good now. Everywhere there are colleges, everything. Then equity. Equity in access. To some extent, there is equity also. Everybody gets justice. Then quality. Quality is questionable because quality of our higher education, okay, is still questionable. Fourth is affordability. Again, there is a question mark. Most of the institutes, okay, they charge like anything. A common student, a common man cannot afford that. Affordability, because a NEP document clearly says education shall not be profiteering. But we see, I am an advisor to 3 private universities in Pune. Okay, there is a lot of profiteering, and this is against the very foundation of NEP. And last is accountability. Again, accountability also, students are not accountable, the institutes are not accountable to the national cause, to the cause of education. There is hardly any accountability I see among the teachers, institutes, and students also. Okay. So these are the 5 principles on which NEP is based. And there is a mission document of the NEP. We know only details of NEP, but mission is very important to build a equitable, vibrant, knowledge-based society rooted in Indian knowledge system, rooted in Indian culture, or rooted in Indian ethos. That is the mission. I will repeat again. To build a equitable, vibrant, knowledge society rooted in Indian ethos. But we must see what kind of graduate we are passing out. Are they fit with the mission of the NEP or not, do we say? And to achieve this mission, especially Manjul Bhargav contributed a lot to internationalize, globalize curriculum of Indian University. It doesn't mean that you have to borrow from them, but our graduates should be of equal quality as compared to any graduate from any developed country. That is the contribution. So we have to internationalize our curriculum, meaning thereby make up that standard with our own health system. Yeah. So that was the mission. And key features were actually flexibility. There is a less flexibility. We see our structure. Academic councils are cited. There is no flexibility. We see there is to be autonomy. There is a one page on autonomy. Okay, the student shall be autonomous. Teacher shall be autonomous. Principal shall be autonomous. Okay, vice chancellor shall be autonomous to do experiments in his university with the help of course, all the bodies. Okay, he is accountable to all the bodies. Otherwise, he should be autonomous. But this is not happening in most of the universities. And the structure that is suggested from 2 years back. So I was the principal of New Arts Commerce Science College, Ahmednagar, with 12,000 students. Now it is reduced to 7 or 8,000 only. Okay, so I am many times unwanted visitor to the college because I sometimes enter in the class or interact with the class students. There is a lot of absenteeism. Okay, we must understand reality. In rural Marathwada, I visited in last week. Okay, in Beat district, no principal and union leader say that there is 20% attendance in the classroom. You must understand this. In Mofussil area, absenteeism is too much. It is harming the reforms in Maharashtra. You see, all together, all stakeholders of education must face the realities. Okay, our structure, for example, I'm talking about FIBAC structure. Okay, we have 3 majors, each has 4 credits, 12, one OE, open, what is it called, open elective. Unfortunately, it is like in our college, computer science students have open elective Hindi. It is a wastage of two credits, and 10 credits are other credits, including IKS, CC, and all these things. My when I talk with the people, no college I have seen that these 10 credits are seriously taken. NEP clearly mentions, again there is one para, in India there is a culture of compliance. Compliance means whatever you mind, you put it. Give the mark, everything. Student gets the first class, he is also happy. But do we think all this other ability enhancement course, skill enhancement course, SCC, is it implemented? Unfortunately, no. We must be free on the diets also to talk. Unfortunately, no. So ultimately, FY BSc student gets 12 credits for science 3 courses and 10 are just on paper. This is reality in most of the colleges, for most of the students. So out of 22, only 12 are related to his career. That is happening now. Against that, I just call the syllabus of different university, Lucknow University, where I was the Vice Chancellor, Delhi University, Indian Institute of Science, Indian Institute of Statistics, Kolkata, and many others. Okay, for example, Lucknow, where I was familiar, after my retirement, they implemented NEP, and it was very simple at FIBSC. I told in Maharashtra, FIBSC is what? 3 majors, 4 credit for each, 2 theory and 2 practicals. Means total he has a 6 credit, means 6 lecture in science in the FIBC class. Okay. Whereas in Lucknow, he has a 2 majors. First major 8 credits. First paper 4 credits, second paper 4 credits. Second major 8 credits. And minor 2 credits. And only 2 for CC and all these things. Okay. And when I talk with these people, they say that skill enhancement course, it should be part of your teaching. There should not be separate credit for that. For example, in mathematics, skill enhancement, what happened? Skill enhancement course, we teach complex analysis. Many times I ask the question, what is I raised to I? Imaginary number raised to imaginary number. Most of the students, hardly any student give the answer correct. It is equal to e raised to minus 5 by 2. The skill is now developed. The spirit of NEP is that skill has to be developed. We are wasting unnecessary 2 credit for that. It should be part of the curriculum. It should be taught along with your teaching pedagogy. If that happens, as I said in Lucknow, 18 credits are for core and 2 credits for others. Against in Maharashtra, 12 credits for core and 10 credits for others, which are not implemented properly, I can say. Okay. So this has to be rethought seriously because their students at TY level, third year level, has a 2 majors. So suppose from life sciences, botany and zoology, and he takes 2 credits from biochemistry or microbiology. It's a related subject. So he is a little sound science graduate as compared to our graduates. There are a few teachers here. They should think because there are so many problems of teacher community because of this restructuring of these things. That's a different issue. But one issue that we have to struggle on the street for that with the government, all this is okay. But one thing is that how our graduate is, I am from science, how our science graduate is shaped after 3 years or taking honors after 4 years in the science faculty course that I have seen. So there are so many points from NEP, but I was supposed to talk on mathematics, so I will stop here. Sir. We have the IKS component, Indian knowledge system. I am here also of the opinion that IKS should be taught in the core itself. Separate teaching won't help. Okay, when you teach number theory, what is the contribution of Brahmagupta, Aryabhatta, Bhaskara first, Bhaskara second in number theory? We start from that. Teaching IKS 2 credits separately, you have the experience of what happens actually. It should be a part of the curriculum. Especially in mathematics curriculum, IKS, you must emphasize on Madhava and Ramanujan. You must be knowing Madhava, the 14th century Kerala mathematician. He wrote all his mathematics in Malayalam. Only American researcher translated it and we found many surprising things in 14th century. For example, we have the series expansion of sine and cos. Okay, we use Taylor series from calculus. We have the series expansion of sine and cos. Sin x is what? X minus x2 by 3 factorial plus x5 by 5 factorial and so on. Cos x is what? 1 minus x4 by 2 factorials plus x raised to 4 by 4 factorials and so on. This is using the calculus. Calculus was developed in 17th century. Whereas Madhava, to some uh, to some terms, he developed this series expansion of sine and cosine. There was no calculus. So you must understand what kind of mathematics he must have used. In IKS, you have to probe these questions, not only informative. Okay, otherwise there is no point wasting the 2 credits for IKS. You must agitate the mind of the students. What our mathematicians done, how they done without knowing the calculus, or whether they have different type of calculus rather than different from Leibniz and Newton. You have to think over it. One more example I can give, Srinivas Ramanujan. His some work is still research going on. In IKS, you must teach as Srinivas Ramanujan work also, serious work. Okay, if somebody get inspired, he may become a good mathematician at the time of BSc itself. Okay, so Srinivas Ramanujan, good mathematics. Okay, partition theory. There are so many things you must introduce in IKS, serious mathematics. Okay, that is about IKS. The nature of mathematics. You see, what is the nature of mathematics? I told you. What is mathematics? The book by Coran Hilbert. Coran only. Coran and Robbins, I think. Nature mathematics is a simple thing. It's from concrete to abstract, abstract to generic. 3 stages are there. Concrete to abstract, abstract to generic. These are the 3 stages of mathematical development. I can give the example. You see, we all know that velocity, we know in physics, in nature, is a concrete thing. What is velocity? Distance covered is a function of time. So velocity we in calculus write ds by dt. Acceleration is what? Change in velocity dv by dt. Okay. So this is concrete. So what is derivative? Newton explained, actually Leibniz explained everything. Newton was a essay type research. Leibniz explained everything in a formula. And if you recall the definition of derivative, differentiability, it's a limit f of x plus h minus fx upon h as h tends to 0. So derivative is a limit. Derivative implies continuity. Continuity is what? Limit equal to value. So continuity is the limit. Third is integrability, is the limit of the sum. We make a sum Sn, as n tends to infinity, it becomes integration a to b fx. So what is the central idea in calculus? It is limit. Whether it's the differentiability, which implies continuity, which implies integrability, basic idea is limit. When all these are analyzed by Cauchy and others at the beginning of 19th century, they made a very rigorous study. Everything become rigorous, epsilon delta form kept, and they realized that in analysis, the most important question is of convergence. We start with the simple convergence, integral convergence, convergence of sequence xn converges to x. What does this mean? It means distance between xn and x becomes smaller and smaller as n becomes larger and larger. Okay, that means limit of xn as n tends to infinity is x. But if you analyze further in a metric space or in real analysis or complex plane, xn converges to x, we can have the equivalent theorem. Given any open set U containing x, idea of open set, okay, there is some integer n naught. So then after crossing n naught, whole of the series in that open set U. Ultimately means what? Convergence depends on open set. You say convergence depends on open set. Okay? Calculus depends on limit. Convergence depends on limit influence convergence. Convergence influence open set. So once you mathematically realize open set, there was an attempt to make a geometric structure of open set, and first attempt was by Hausdorff in the year 1914. He defined topological space. Okay, there is a simultaneous development by Poincaré. There is a algebraic topology by 1908, and he developed the homology, cohomology, and homotopy. That's the topological things. So this is all developed in the beginning of the 20th century. So I will explain it because there is no my presentation here. I forgot it. So you must understand how this thing started. The origin of we now teach topology like this. There are some teacher. Let X be a non-empty set. Tau subset of collection of subset of X. It is a topology. if empty set and X is there, tau is closed for arbitrary union and finite intersection. It's over. How this come in existence? It is started from calculus. Calculus to analysis, analysis to topological spaces. So it is a concrete to abstract to generic. Okay, then categories of topological spaces. This is most generic. So the travel of mathematics, journey of mathematics is always start everything concrete. Then it comes to abstract, and abstract comes to generic. And sometimes after generic, it again has the applications. Okay, as I told you, in the topology developed in the second and first decade of 20th century. When 21st century, Chinese mathematician applied general topology as well as algebraic topology in data science. And there are a lot of PhD theses and papers on data science involving topology. Okay, so this is a link between the abstract mathematics and the pure mathematics. Okay, so I taught topology for so many years. When I was Vice Chancellor of Lucknow University, I just visited the class. I was not happy with the teacher. For a whole year, I taught 2 courses on topology. I sent the paper as the Vice Chancellor, assessed the paper also. Okay, and the teacher was supposed to sit in the classroom. But many times students used to ask, what is the use of this topology? Okay, many times you must remember, okay, it's a subject for the sake of subject we learn. Okay, we make a very deep investigation of some ideas, some curiosity. Pure mathematics is generated out of deep investigation of some curiosity without caring for application. We won't care for application. We have the curiosity. It is analyzed further and further. Topology come out of calculus. Okay, but it happens that invariably it happens that after some years, that deep investigation, there is most abstract structure has the revolutionary technical applications, and that become applied. Okay, pure mathematician won't care for applications, but over the period of time it become applied. Okay, I will I will end with some quote because we have some other meeting here. So 5 minutes आहे ना sir? Khedekar sir, 5 minutes. So actually in 2012 when I was Vice Chancellor at Nanded, some Vice Chancellors gone to Harvard University. Harvard Business School is famous world over, and our mandate was how to build a world class university. Okay, this institute gave us one paper to read by Flexner. Flexner was a great educationalist in America. 20th century, all modification of education in America is done by Flexner. He was the founder director in 1930 of Institute of Advanced Study, Princeton. 1930. His first appointee was Einstein, 1933. And his appointment letter clearly says that you don't have a student's workload, you don't have an administrative workload. Meaning you have to think, okay, and do something fundamental. That was the nature of Institute of Advanced Studies, Princeton. Flexner, in the year 1939, wrote a very good essay published in the Harper Journal, there is a scientific journal, and because that has the background of Hitler. Hitler wanted everything for defense, everything applicable. He has banned pure sciences because at that time Germany was at the top in pure sciences in mathematics. But Hitler wanted, he instructed, he was a soldier. Okay, he wanted everything for application, everything for defense. And on that background, Flexner wrote one essay, lengthy essay. The title of the essay is very funny, Usefulness of Useless Knowledge. Okay, and he given 10 examples. Usefulness of useless knowledge. As I mentioned earlier, topology feels to be useless, but it is now useful in data science. Okay, of course, advanced study, three-dimensional images, all these things. So here is given the first example. Our relatives people must be knowing. There was a mathematician Maxwell. Maxwell Field's equation everybody knows. Okay, he was a mathematician in UK. Okay, he has just abstracted two Gauss law. This is a divergence of electric field and divergence of magnetic field. Okay, and then he has just two laws of this Faraday law and Ampere law. There is a curl of electric field and curl of magnetic field. For example, curl of electric field, that is delta cross E is equal to minus delta V by delta T. Thus connects electricity with magnetism. He says that he is a mathematician. Forget about electricity and magnetism. There are two vector fields E and B satisfying four equations. That's called as Maxwell's fields equations. And find the solution of these equations. It's a pure mathematical problem raised in the year 1863 or 65. Okay, Maxwell is out of the concrete situation in electricity and magnetism. He developed the abstract structure, field theory. And studying this field theory, one mathematician from Germany, Hertz, okay, he's a physicist actually, he discovered electromagnetic waves. To solve this, he discovered electromagnetic waves. And utilizing electromagnetic waves, Marconi in their 1896 developed wireless communication. Nowadays, we cannot live without wireless communication. Everybody has wireless communication, mobile and all these things. The journey of mobile wireless communication come to the fore in the year 1896 by Marconi, Italian scientist. But it started from what? Two pure mathematicians by Maxwell and Hertz. So what Maxwell done is useless. But he done for the sake of mathematics. What Hertz done in his laboratory is useless. We had discovered just a solution of this equation. But Marconi make it useful. Okay. So prima facie something is useless, but over the period of time it becomes useful. I given the example which everybody is connected in life with that example. That's a wireless communication, radio waves and all these things. Okay. Second example I can give, and I will stop it. Group theory. How group theory started? There are so many people in middle of the 19th century. They started simultaneous group theory in different form. They studied basically permutations of n symbols. The permutation of n symbols has n factorial elements, and they have certain property. There is a identity. There is a if you act one permutation with another, you get a third permutation. There is a closure property. There is a associativity. There is a inverse. So permutation is a concrete situation of group theory. So for many years only permutations are studied. Then somebody started with a let group G be a group and star be a binary operation. What are the property of star? That was the property of permutation. And people thought that it's just a pure mathematics for so many years. Okay. But when you write the quantum theory of spectroscopy, you cannot read anything without groups. The quantum theory of spectroscopy is a useful mathematics. So it started from the useless mathematics as a group theory. It comes to the useful mathematics as a quantum spectroscopy theory. So this is a journey of development of knowledge. You are young students, you must know this. And I appeal everybody, you must read the masters, original books. Unfortunately, I also wrote 12 books for the university students. But you must read at least 3-4 good books in your undergraduate and at least 7 to 8 good books in your postgraduate from page 1 to last page. Then only you master the mathematics. We have done in our times. Okay. With this word, I'll stop here because we have one more seminar here and this is online, so people must be waiting. I thank Khadekar and his team. Madam, I have the Department Power Madam for giving me opportunity to connect with the mathematics students here. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.
Thank you so much, Professor Nensai, sir. To formally acknowledge this stellar session with a focus of NEP 2020, also various applications of mathematical fields like topology in data science and its use in real life and so on. Also, how the course should be corrected to benefit students not just in their academics but also future career purpose. How you summed that the journey of mathematics is from concrete to abstract to generic. It was a pleasure and honor hearing from you. I now invite our program's organizing secretary, Dr. Rishi Agrawal sir, to present vote of thanks.
सभा में उपस्थित सभी विद्वतजनों को नमस्कार। आज के इस कार्यक्रम के लिए चीफ गेस्ट और रिसोर्स पर्सन के तौर पर प्रोफेसर निमसे सर ने जो हमारा मार्गदर्शन किया उसके लिए मैं तहे दिल से सर का धन्यवाद ज्ञापित करता हूँ। मंच की शोभा बढ़ाते हुए गेस्ट ऑफ ऑनर्स के पद पर डॉक्टर कल्पना पांडे मैडम ने जो समय दिया उनके लिए मैं मैडम का शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ। कॉलेज के प्रिंसिपल और मैनेजमेंट जिन्होंने ये सुविधाएं इस कार्यक्रम को ऑर्गेनाइज करने के लिए दी, तो मैं प्रिंसिपल सर और मैनेजमेंट का धन्यवाद ज्ञापित करता हूँ। सभा में उपस्थित आज के रिसोर्स पर्सन कोंडावर सर, स्वामी जी, खड़ेकर सर एंड सभी कॉलेजेस के हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट, फैकल्टी मेंबर्स और इस कॉलेज के विद्यार्थी मित्रों, आप सभी ने शांतता से कार्यक्रम को सुना। आगे भी 2 सेशन और है, ऐसी शांतता आप बनाए रखेंगे ऐसी उम्मीद के साथ मैं इस कार्यक्रम की ऑर्गेनाइजिंग सेक्रेटरी और टीम को धन्यवाद देता हूं और अपने शब्दों को विराम देता हूं। जय गणित, धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much, Rishi Agrawal, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to introduce our distinguished resource person for today, Dr. Subhash Kondawar, sir. Dr. Kondawar is a visionary academic leader and an eminent scientist who recently served
बॅलन्सिंग ऍक्ट
We will now pause for a quick tea break and will resume in 15 minutes.